Tonight on Dread Captures. Fresh Bigfoot tracks in untouched snow, thermal imaging revealing something massive in the tree line, a leading expert breaks down evidence, and a witness takes a dangerous trip into the forest. Let's get into it. This was posted by NotThe100 on Reddit, and it looks super legit to me. I mean, look at the toes on the left footprint. Everyone in the comments of Reddit are falling over themselves about this picture. Okay, I'm getting ahead of myself. Here's the story. I had an incident with a Bigfoot/Yeti. It was when I was away at college at Grand Valley State University. The campus was surrounded by thick woods that went on for miles into different neighboring counties. My friends and I hiked miles through these woods and would hang out in them every single day. One day in the middle of February, we were hiking down these deep ravines/valleys in the woods, and it was super cold since it was mid-February in Michigan. But while we were hiking, I stopped dead in my tracks when I was looking at the ground because I noticed these huge bare footprints, and they were heavily indented in the snow and ice. You could tell it was something on 2 feet because there were no paws in front of the footprints. Mind you, at this point we were many miles away from campus just hiking. We were in another county. So I don't think it was another student messing with us, like who's gonna be barefoot in the snow in the middle of February far out in the woods. We followed the footprints as far as we could, but lost track at some point. This incident scared my friends and I so much because even before this, we had experiences in these woods that felt like something was watching us. And also, my friends saw something swing from treetop to treetop. I grew up in Michigan, so there's no monkeys for sure. But this footprint incident solidified our fears from before and really convinced us there was a Yeti or Bigfoot in these woods. I even looked up sightings online after, and boy did I get quite the surprise. There have been multiple sightings in the county that I was in. Like I mentioned before, this created a lot of excitement in the comments. But you know we gotta touch on the naysayers. The most common rebuttal is that this is a bear's footprint. They're calling it a double step. Basically a bear just stepped in its own footprint. But my whole thing is if it's a bear, where are the claw marks? Some are saying it's too small to be a Bigfoot's footprint. Well, there are teenagers, there's small females, and I just can't get over the impressions of the toes. I mean, come on. I will defer to you guys, so please let me know what you think in the comments. A Georgia man has captured video of what he believes to be a Georgia Bigfoot. Check this out. Alright, I am really interested in what you guys think of this one. A fascinating analysis just dropped from Thinker about the brown FLIR footage. For those who don't know, FLIR stands for Forward-Looking Infrared. It's military-grade thermal imaging that picks up heat signatures in complete darkness. And what this technology caught is pretty wild. And for those who don't know who Thinker is, I recommend you check him out. Even though this video is 12 years old, what he found in these thermal images is making people take a second look. Here's the weird part. This creature's built completely backwards from humans. Its torso is massive compared to its legs. In humans, our legs are actually 30% longer than our torsos. But not this thing. And probably what's most interesting about this is that FLIR doesn't lie. It's just picking up raw heat signatures, so there's something out there walking around. And Thinker feels he's done a good job measuring it. He dug even deeper, breaking down 3 big differences in how this thing moves. The way it leans, how its legs swing, and those strange body proportions. After all this analysis, he's convinced this footage is the real deal. He does have a message to the skeptics though. The proof is right there in the thermal imaging, right there in front of you. You just need to take a closer look. So what do you guys think about his analysis? Drop your thoughts below. Alright, do you guys remember Mandy from TikTok? She's the one that lived on a farm and caught those viral clips of something terrorizing her family. Well, things have gotten worse at her home. At this point, she's had to put up cameras everywhere because of the strange activity. Whistling sounds, dark figures prowling around. It's gotten so bad that not only is she filming, she's actually live streaming her woods at night. And I mean, hundreds of people are watching, waiting to see something. Well, one night, her new camera caught something creepy. Of course, she posted it, hoping someone could explain it. Many people were surprised that this wasn't some type of creature, that it actually appears to be an intruder. The cops eventually showed up, but there wasn't much they could do. Of course, some people didn't buy it at all. One of their biggest qualms was saying that the voice was too clear for how far the camera was. But Mandy shut down those claims with proof in her next video.
Let me in. Let me. Really not that far. I'll show you guys the distance. The trail cam's right there, so let's see what it's on.
I mean, what's really going on at Mandy's place? I mean, she's either running the best shtick ever, or she has some legitimate lunatics living behind her. Let me know what you think. Dirt biking can already be dangerous, especially when on unfamiliar trails. But sometimes the biggest danger isn't even the terrain. It's what other people leave behind. More specifically, the booby traps other people set up. Our guy Peter here found this out the hard way. Peter was flying down a trail when he spotted something that really could have killed him.
Trail riding. I'm wearing my GoPro. Don't know if it caught it or not. Look what somebody did. Check this out. Somebody put a freaking wire trap from tree to tree that almost took my neck off. It was a lot higher when I hit it. Thankfully, it caught the top of my chest protector first. And I just kind of pushed it forward, and it kind of went up and caught around a little bit of my neck the last second, but look at this. That's like piano wire. If I had been 2-3 inches shorter, that would take my neck off. Who the f does? I'm not trespassing. This is not somebody's private property. This is freaking government-owned land. I'm not trespassing on any farmer's land. I'm not freaking trespassing on anyone's land. This is like attempted murder. This is believable. That could have very easily killed me.
And this is nothing if not blatant. Someone had set up this trap hoping to catch riders. And at those speeds, I mean, you've got split seconds to react. Yeah, this is dangerous. I mean, like Peter mentioned, he's not even on someone's private land. I don't know, what do you guys think about this? I'll also say I rode dirt bikes my entire life and I never really ran into this. Now, we had more than a few people run us off their property, but nothing intentionally dangerous. This bizarre video is blowing up on X right now. It shows something strange darting across a Kansas road, and everyone is trying to scramble and figure out what they're looking at. A couple was driving home from vacation when this thing appeared out of nowhere. At first glance, you might think it's just someone running across the road. But yeah, there's definitely something off about it. The figure moves way too fast, is a thin, kind of weird grayish-white color. I mean, it just doesn't look real. Like, let's just cut to the chase. Some people say it's just someone high on drugs. That would explain the crazy behavior, but that doesn't explain how it moves so fast or why it looks so strange. Now, it does start to get a little interesting in the comments. Cryptid researchers are all over this footage. They think this might be evidence of something we haven't documented yet. Here's my thing about that. It doesn't look real, but I will say it's pretty eerie how athletically and effortlessly it's running. I mean, maybe that's something that's easy to fake, but it looked like a human running. Anyhow, whatever it is, human, cryptid, something else, it's left everyone and myself with more questions than answers. You know, there's something special about the way dogs can sense danger before we do. This incredible footage from a Michigan national forest shows that sixth sense in action. A hiker and his dog were enjoying a peaceful trail when something strange caught their attention. And lucky for us, the dog was wearing a GoPro. What starts as a normal walk takes an eerie turn when a crazy sound echoes through the trees.
don't know what the hell that is over there. Alright, get away from there.
Some viewers think it might be someone playing with an Aztec death whistle, an ancient instrument known for its bone-chilling screams. Others aren't so sure. Could this be a twisted prank? Or something more sinister lurking in the Michigan wilderness? A creepy photo is making waves on the British Paranormal Society's Facebook page. They're sharing shots from a house with a history of weird activity. And one picture has got them all twisted up. One day they felt a presence in their room, and someone just happened to grab their phone. What they caught is wild. A black, misty figure essentially rising right up from the floor. I mean, this silhouette is crazy. You can make out an arm, a hand, fingers. And now, here's where there's a little debate. Many people are calling it a ghost, but some others have come forward saying that this is something different. This is a jinn, which are not your typical fairy tale genies. In Middle Eastern lore, jinns are shape-shifting creatures that live in a world parallel to ours. They've got free will like humans do, meaning they can help you out or cause some serious trouble. This one doesn't look like it's up to anything sinister, but regardless of what it is, I mean, this looks creepy. A Reddit photo from CLT Hornet has people doing double takes. Look in the top right corner and you'll spot something that shouldn't be there. A dark figure standing in the next room. Here's where it gets chilling. This photo was taken in 2012 during a family gathering after the poster's wife's uncle died in his sleep. The family was at his house mourning their loss when someone snapped this picture. According to the poster, nobody noticed anything strange at the time. It wasn't until later that the figure caught their eye. The poster was a skeptic before this, but what they caught has them questioning everything. When you zoom in, the shadow looks like a bald man with a gray mustache, and here's the kicker. They posted a photo of the uncle, and the resemblance is uncanny. They swear the photo hasn't been edited, and honestly, why would they lie? This was a private family moment of grief. They weren't looking for anything supernatural. It found them. So what exactly was watching over this family gathering? Could it be their uncle saying a final goodbye?